Hello. We are about to watch 4 entries in the Tiny Tot class for the November 22nd show. I'm your judge, Megan Sasha, for this first half of this show bill anyways. In this pattern, this is interesting, I didn't select these patterns or write them, so it's kind of fun to judge a different pattern. One thing that I really want to see is your horse should back easily off of away from you without too much pressure on the lead. I want to see your horse trot off right with you in nice round serpentines. And then you do have a walk, which we sometimes forget when we are showing. If there's a little walk in there somewhere, it's easy to forget because we're thinking about all the bigger maneuvers. But that is walk a horse length. So I do want to see, walking 6 to 8 for sure before you pick up that trot at the end. Okay, so first exhibitor, I'd really like for you to practice getting your horse to trot, of course, and you staying back by your horse's eye. You really shouldn't come out in front of the nose at all. Horse, you did stop right here, right where you needed to stop, and horse backed pretty nicely. So that, for example, was not a horse length of backing. So I would need you to back, of walking, I should say. I need you to walk more than that in order to be a horse length. So it's a deduction, but no big deal because at least there was a walk. So it's not a broken pattern. Now, when you are standing and presenting your horse, so now you look more correct, but when you first nodded to the judge here, you were standing with your whole body facing the judge and want to make sure that your toes are always pointed toward your horse's shoulder. So good job with the quarter system. It can be kind of confusing. You did switch a little bit early, and you're switching a little early again now. Just remember that whenever the judge passes your horse's tail or withers, those are your points where you switch. Okay, so right now you are on the wrong side, actually. So whenever the judge is in the front half of your horse, you need to be on the opposite side of your horse's nose. Back half of your horse, same side as the judge of your horse's nose. So good stuff, but great things to work on too. All right, next one. There are 4 entries in here. Oh, this is like obstacle showmanship with all of the pets. I like it. Great. Horse trotted right off with you. Nice back, really good back. That is definitely credit earning, horse backed without really even looking like you asked him to. Now, again, was that a horse length of a walk? So there's a deduction for sure. I'm not going to call it a broken pattern because everyone's getting the benefit of the doubt in this case, unless it's pretty clear that you need to take off right away and miss the walk completely. Really good in terms of your body position. They're very confident in where you need to switch for your quarter system. So these are all really good things. Very nice showman that we have here. Okay, thank you. Next one here. Okay, so in the first part of this, I would think about making those serpentines more like half circles, really rounded. Horse. Okay, so here's an obvious walk. So thank you. Did not miss that element of the pattern. You didn't even make me question. So good. I'm going to mention about the back. Your horse backed up really nicely. You are really confident in when and where you should be in terms of your quarter system. I like the way you are presenting yourself in terms of your hand position and your shoulders back and all of those. Nice pattern. Here's our last exhibitor. So again, I think you can make your serpentine more like half circles. Think about it that way. Here, my horse did back up. In an obvious walk, I would work on making your horse back without really even any pressure on the lead. So that when you just kind of turn toward your horse and start walking backward, or, his backward anyway, he starts backing. Just practice it a bunch of times and eventually he'll figure that out. And just every time you practice it, use less and less pressure on the chain and he'll figure it out just fine. So good. Very nice pattern. Lots of great elements there. All right, thanks guys. I will have your placings here.